Hi, it's Phil here from Play Out One. It's a pleasure to be talking to you at the Community Radio Awards 2020 because, let's face it, we didn't think this would happen. We didn't know what was going to happen at the beginning of the year. This time last year, we were all sat around enjoying ourselves in Barry Island. My first ever trip to Barry Island last year, actually. I really loved it. And then the pandemic hit and we just thought, what's going to happen for the 2020 Community Radio Awards? And let's be honest, none of us thought it would be here. We didn't think we'd be all able to sit around, even virtually, and do this kind of thing. So first of all, hats off to all of the organisers, Martin and the team, for being able to keep this and push it forward. Now, 12 months ago, we weren't part of the awards directly. We were working alongside Dom Chambers upstairs in the seminar room, and we met with Martin afterwards. And he said, have you guys ever thought about, being a sponsor of the Community Radio Awards here at Play Out One? And well, we hadn't really. I mean, we've all been in community radio. This is a weird thing, I've been in community radio for most of my life, and the other guys have as well. And we didn't really see how we could help in that way. And Martin said very quickly, you know what, the software's coming on leaps and bounds. Why don't you get involved in the thing? And we thought, yeah, absolutely, we would love to do that. So, Martin, first of all, thank you very much for inviting us along to be your sponsor this year for these awards. They are going to be utterly stunning. Again, I've said it before, say it again, hats off to all the guys behind the scenes, the guys and gals behind the scenes, all of the judges. They've spent weeks going through this audio, they really have. And we are in for an absolute treat tonight, so well done. Just a very brief kind of moment about Play Out One. We've been growing quite a lot in the past, 18 months to 2 years. We have an American office open now, which is full of American people. That's very interesting. But yeah, we're doing really well. And it's down to you trusting in us as well. And thank you very much for doing that. WebVT is really making a difference. From January, we're introducing Live Mic to WebVT, so to broadcast live down the browser with nothing else, right? No third-party things, straight to your radio station. We're looking forward to bringing that in 4.9 and the latest WebVT. But more on that when we chat, probably, natter on Facebook or something. But anyway, now back to the awards. This is the most important part of the night. This is the awards evening. Hopefully you've got yourself something nice to drink, something nice to eat, some nibbles and whatnot. And Martin, it's over to you.
Welcome to the Community Radio Awards 2020, sponsored by Play Out One and this year's virtual ceremony. Thank you for watching from home or your station or wherever you are, and it's a real shame we couldn't all come together for a big party and a celebration. So let's make sure it's a huge online party. Get involved in the chat and on social media using the hashtag CRACE2020. Send us your photos, your video, and how you're celebrating. This year has been a strange one. COVID has impacted us personally and as a sector. That's why we're having a virtual awards and why it's all been delayed. So I do want to apologise for that. However, we're already working on the 2021 awards and hope to have a great get together soon. We've also seen stations having to close their studios, with some presenters broadcasting from home. Many local events cancelled and advertising being down, all key parts of what keeps the sector stable, sustainable and vibrant. But it's also impacted deeply with loss. Many people have lost friends and family. The sector has seen loss as well. I was heartbroken to hear of the tragic recent passing of Julie Donaldson from Zetland FM, last year's host of the award and previous award winner, and even nominated again this year. Her loss has been felt by all that knew her, and my thoughts go out to her friends, family, her station and her listeners, as well as anyone who suffered loss due to this pandemic. We've also seen the sector rise to the challenges it's faced, volunteers and stations going above and beyond for their listeners and community, broadcasting from home, doing additional shows or dedicated shows to support and raise awareness. And even more, I've seen stations running appeals for help or even running their own food bank and meals services. Truly fantastic work. To me, this really shows the power of local radio, that community radio provides for our audiences and our communities. And tonight and the awards is all about celebrating and promoting all the great work of the sector, its presenters, staff and volunteers, and all the work they do for their listeners and their communities. Thank you all to have entered. Over 460 entries this year, up again from last year. And again, the judges keep saying the quality of the entries are fantastic and improves year on year. And thank you to our judges, over 70 from across commercial, BBC and community radio, academics and those involved in community development, with over 260 hours of judging. And thank you to our sponsors, to the Audio Content Fund, the Radio Hub, InQuality for their individual categories, but also for Play Out One as this year's overall sponsor and sponsor of Station of the Year. So let us begin, and I hand you over to tonight's host of the 2020 Community Awards, Sam Day from Future Radio and last year's Gold Male of the Year. Enjoy this evening, and over to you, Sam.
There we are. Hello and welcome along to the Community Radio Awards. Yes, I am Sam Day. I won the Best Male last year at Barry. Remember that when we all went to Barry in Wales? That was lovely, wasn't it? But this year we are doing it all virtually, all from our homes or studios or wherever we can film. And yeah, it's going to be really lovely though. We're going to still carry on, keep calm and carry on like a lot of you guys have been doing in 2020. Community radio has been so important this year, hasn't it? Absolutely vital. Just for people to have a friendly local ear in what has been the weirdest and most terrifying of years. So first of all, massive big up to community radio in general. We have loads of categories that we got to get on with, and I'm going to keep you going through all of them. I'm going to tell you which ones are coming up and which ones we're doing, and introducing some of the presenters as well, all from the studios of where I work. Oh, Norfolk. Yeah, I hope you enjoy what is to come. We're going to kick things off with the Best Podcast of the Year awards, and we're going to go to Dawn, who's got a lovely lamp.
Hi, my name is Dawn Denton and I've been involved in radio for over 5 years with 2 community radio stations and 1 internet radio station. And I've been interviewed numerous times after being found to have a rant on Twitter. This is the podcast category for the 2020 Community Radio Awards. Now, this category is such a diverse field, and the opportunity to create something that truly touches, moves, and inspires the community. For me, storytelling is at the heart of great radio. Stories are relatable and touch deep into our hearts because stories make us who we are. Stories bring concepts to life, and stories inspire us through the journeys of others. In this category, it was the stories that kept me listening and kept me gripped. And while listening and after listening to these entries, I found myself pondering, smiling, laughing, nodding, tearful, and utterly human. And this year's podcast nominees are Rainbow Dads, Stories of Gay and Bi Dads, Chelmsford Community Radio. Primrose and Terry in the Shed, Radio Lab, 97.1 FM. Fem 2020, Spark. Lockdown Reflections, Ujima, Radio. Kids in Quarantine, Chelmsford Community Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Fem 2020, Spark. The Silver Award goes to Rainbow Dads, Stories of Gay and Bi Dads, Chelmsford Community Radio. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, very engaging, funny, and has all the qualities a podcast needs, very well produced, love the difference in sounds, providing the listener with the same but different experience when listening in, with wonderful, natural, and real host and producer banter. And the Gold Award for Podcast of the Year 2020 goes to Primrose and Terry in the Shed, Radio Lab 97.1 FM. Well done and huge congratulations.
Hello, this is Primrose Primrose and Terry in the Shed.
It's the podcast that gives you a little insight into our
into
social distance
lives. Based
Based-
in rural central Bedfordshire.
Yes, and it gives
Primrose
Primrose.
is an activity to do as part of our homeschooling.
I'm Terry. With me is Primrose. Today, or this week, I should say.
It's a special.
It is
episode.
a special, yes. It's because this week was supposed to be the week that your school sports day happened. You know, it's a big thing. I remember sports days when I was young.
Massive well done to Radiolab there for kicking off the Community Radio Awards, winning the best podcast of the year. Really, really well done to those guys. I'm Sam Day, taking you through all of the awards, and we've got a lot to get through. We've got the newcomer coming up, we've got the Sage Person of the Year, the Young Person of the Year to look at as well. But first, let's have a look at innovation.
Good evening, I'm Rick Simmons from Verbu, 25 plus years in the radio industry, a good bit of commercial experience, presenter, producer, manager, a little bit of time at the BBC, and in recent days working very hard in the audio on demand sector, the podcasts, the audiobooks, and some exciting innovations that I've been working on as well. I'll be looking forward to speaking to in coming months. Also very passionate about community radio in that I am the station voice of a couple of radio stations. I do numerous commercials for various outfits, and indeed present a Saturday afternoon show on Youthcom Radio in Worcester. So, loving what community radio is doing right now, loving to be involved, and particularly thrilled that I could support the Innovation Award this evening at the 2020 Community Radio Awards. The reason being is that all this behind me, 5 years ago, I persuaded my wife that I definitely needed to have a studio at home. I'm going to be honest with you, she wasn't entirely convinced. In fact, it has taken 5 years and a global pandemic to persuade her that it was a really good idea. But obviously, without this in the last 9 months, I would have found life a lot harder. And it has been amazing to see community radio stations just grasping the nettle and finding ways of staying on air, finding ways of serving their listeners, possibly even more so than they did before COVID-19. There are so many ideas and creative ways of getting everything that makes great radio back to the listener in these rather strange times. But on top of that, the sort of the technical innovation and the being able to use kind of clever technologies that are available to us these days, whether it be Zoom or whether it be MP3, whether it be remote controlling of desks, you name it. But also, I think it's really important to consider that the radio these days is so much more than an FM transmitter. And as community radio stations, you guys are at the forefront of being not only the radio output in the listener's ear, but sort of addressing all these different other needs that the listeners have and their expectations as well, being so much more than just a good old-fashioned radio station. So kudos to you if you have come up with some great innovative solutions in the last few months. It has been a challenging time, but it's great to see so many radio stations coming up with just great innovations. So this year's category nominations are... He checks his notes. Live under lockdown, Cambridge 105 Radio. We created the board game called Our Time and Place, Halifax, Phoenix FM. COBS, or COBS, a complete outside broadcast system, Radio Verulam. Switch Radio's News Hub, Switch Radio. And the Vectis Radio 4PS Vectis Radio Training School, Vectis Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to the Vectis Radio 4PS Vectis Radio Training School, Vectis Radio. The Silver Award goes to We created the board game called Our Time and Place, Halifax, Phoenix FM. And for the Gold Awards, the judges said very important and innovative work here from people who have passion for the station. This is a superb way to solve a problem that existed and help support the core work of community radio. Some great thinking and technical skill. So the Gold Award for Innovation of the Year 2020 goes to Switch Radio's news hub, Switch Radio. Well done and congratulations.
Well done to Switch Radio there, really, really good stuff. So plenty of ways to get involved with the Community Radio Awards, albeit virtually this year. Hashtag CRAs 2020 is the hashtag you want to use, whether it's on Facebook or Twitter at ComRadio Awards. Go for it. Let us know how you're doing. Are you dolled up? Are you wearing a suit or a dress? Are you just wearing top half smart trackies underneath? 2020, we're allowed to. Maybe you're in bed, cuddled up in your duvet because it's cold outside and you've got a nice cocoa on the go. Whatever you're doing, get in touch. We'd love to hear from you. Time for the best newcomer now, and we're off to the Radio Hub with Danny Lawrence. Weird thing about Danny Lawrence, his map of the UK, it's the wrong way round.
Hi, I'm Danny Lawrence from Gateway 97.8, a community radio station based in Basildon in Essex. I'm one of the directors there, and I'm also the founder of the Radio Hub. Met many people over the last few years with the Radio Hub networking. Sadly, this year we've not been able to do it, but looking forward to 2021. The Radio Hub networking hopefully will be coming to a town near you next year. We're always pleased at the Radio Hub to be able to sponsor an award, and we always like to sponsor the Newcomer of the Year award. Just tell you a little bit about the award. The award is designed to showcase the best of up-and-coming talent, regardless of age or ability. The nominee could be doing any role within the radio station, but it must be new to the radio industry within the last 12 months. Good luck to you all, and this year's Newcomer of the Year nominees are Claire Hamilton, Drystone Radio, Angie B, Marlow FM, Kate Walker from Red Kite Radio, Isabel Ellis from Ribble FM, Benji Potter from Vibe 107.6 FM. And the Bronze Award goes to Benji Potter at Vibe 107.6 FM. The Silver Award goes to Kate Walker at Red Kite Radio. And for the Gold Award, the judges have said a natural and very confident new presenter, lots of potential, a great storyteller, and obviously has a lot to say. They can only improve with more airtime, and one judge was sure they have a future in broadcasting professionally. The Gold Award for Newcomer of the Year 2020 goes to Isabel Ellis, Ribble FM.
It's raining men there here on Ribble FM by the Weather Girls, and unfortunately it has just been raining rain at the moment. It's been awful weather and it's not been great. Anyway, this week I've been very contemplative about the fact that I haven't really achieved much this lockdown. I feel like everyone started off with this massive list of things they wanted to achieve with these 2 months, and I've done nothing. And so I've had a bit of a deep dive into my my notes app, and I was going to apparently start a blog, which I definitely didn't do. I was going to work out a bit more, which I, again, definitely didn't do. And lastly, learn Norwegian, which I have not started and I possibly never will. What a weird thing to want to do, but I was like, I'm going to do it. It's going to be my month, this, to learn Norwegian, but unfortunately I didn't.
Well done, Izzy. Great stuff there. It's really exciting just seeing everyone win, because I remember last year it was the best feeling getting nominated and winning last year. So really, really well done, Isabel, there. Don't mind me, I'm just hanging out with my best mate in 2020. Yeah. That alcohol smell. I'm just going to clean the studio a bit whilst we go to the Sage Person of the Year.
Good evening, I'm Nathan Spackman, the Operations Director here at Borough Radio. I'm a huge fan of community radio and the work it does to support volunteers and communities. Having worked my way up from being a volunteer here at Borough Radio 10 years ago to the role I'm in today, I know firsthand the benefits it can bring to people and communities. So it's great to be here this evening at the 2020 Community Radio Awards to celebrate some of the individuals that help the sector to thrive. After what was a brilliant night here in Barry last year, it's a shame that we're having to do this virtually, but I'm really looking forward to us coming together next year to celebrate everything we've achieved during what's probably been one of the most challenging years for the community radio sector here in the UK. I'm here to present the Sage Over 60 category, which was last year won by our very own Jeff Selby, who I know was delighted to win this award last year, but to even be recognised for your hard work and dedication, I know is such a huge honour. As a judge in this category, I can certainly say that all those that were nominated play an important part in their station and go above and beyond for their listeners and communities, so congratulations to them all. And this year's nominees in the category of Sage Over 60 are Moz Walsh from All FM, Liz Mullen from BFBS Colchester, Tony Barnfield from Cambridge 105 Radio, Rob Bailey from Summer Valley FM, and Paul Blitz from Winchester Radio. And the Bronze Award in the category goes to Moz Walsh from All FM. The Silver Award goes to Liz Mullen from BFBS Colchester. For the Gold Award, the judges said that this finalist was very warm, a friendly voice from the start, loved listening to it, great community radio, a truly professional presentation, and reading what other members of the stations have said, they seem to be like a really positive role model for all ages at the station. And the Gold Award for Sage Over 60 of the year 2020 goes to Tony Barnfield from Cambridge 105 Radio. Congratulations, Tony. And congratulations to all of our finalists in the category of Sage Over 60 person.
This Sunday afternoon, Sir Stephen Cleobury will conduct choral evensong in King's College Chapel for the last time.
What I've set out to do for all the time I've been here is to produce a quality of singing by the choir which is worthy of the tradition.
After 37 years, he'll be retiring as Director of Music.
The work with the choristers is central to what I do here. Neglect that and you haven't got a choir 5 years down the road.
In an exclusive interview, Stephen Cleobury talks about his life and career.
Well done, Tony. Really great stuff winning the Sage Person of the Year award there. We've got loads of awards coming up. We've got the Volunteer of the Year, Best Sports Show of the Year, Specialist Music Show, all coming up. But right now we're going to go off to Emma in Radio Derby, where she's going to be presenting the Young Person of the Year.
Hi, my name's Emma Snow, and last year I won the Young Person of the Year award at the Community Radio Awards 2019 for my work with Erewash Sound, and they are a community radio station based in Ilkeston in Derbyshire. And since then I have finished my broadcast journalism degree at Nottingham Trent University, and I am now working here at Radio Derby as a broadcast journalist. I'm working across radio and I make the videos as well for the station, and I absolutely love it. Now this year was my first year judging some awards, because in the past I've entered the Student Radio Awards and the Community Radio Awards, so it was really great to see the process behind it and how it all works. And the talent coming out of community radio is absolutely incredible. I was blown away by it, so huge congratulations if you managed to enter. The competition was so high, so you know, if you didn't get nominated this year, don't give up, keep trying and keep entering and keep producing fantastic content as well. The nominees for Young Person of the Year are Lewis Wyatt from Andover Radio, Johnny Jenkins, Gateway 97.8, Yanis Karampran, Ipswich Community Radio, Lucy Ashburner, Marlow FM, and Jake Hunter from Radio 9 Springs. So congratulations to all of the nominees. And the Bronze Award goes to Jake Hunter of Radio 9 Springs. The Silver Award goes to Lewis Wyatt of Andover Radio, And the Gold Award, the judges said they have a very passionate and confident presenting style with an amazing future career ahead of them in journalism. They understand what makes a good news story and they ask the questions the audience want to hear. They also have fun, and many felt that they were going to go really far in the industry, and that is amazing, and I can completely back that because I judged this category and he is absolutely fantastic. So the Gold Award for the Young Person of the Year 2020 goes to Johnny Jenkins of Gateway 97.8. Well done, and congratulations to all of the nominees and those shortlisted, and a huge congratulations to Johnny Jenkins. You smashed that. Well done, you. And good luck to everybody else in all the other categories.
Just after 3, good afternoon, Drive Time with me, Johnny. Right then, on the way today here on Drive Time, hottest day of the year, hot. What have you been doing to soak up the sun? Have you been out in the garden? Maybe doing some gardening? I'll tell you what, after all this lockdown, gardens are going to look perfect, aren't they? So many people have been out in the gardens recently. Also, lots of people going to the beach, I think, because I'm seeing that the A127 eastbound towards Southend is very, very busy. It was like that when I came in a few hours ago. It looks like it still is. I'll keep you updated here on Drive Time with travel updates, 1:15 and 1:45 to the hour.
Oh, big up, Johnny. Nice one, mate. Well done. Young Person of the Year right there. Don't forget, get in touch with us. Hashtag CRAs 2020 on social media. Let us know how you are spending your time watching this virtual awards event. Virtual. It's a word that loads of us are using all the time. This event's gone virtual. This thing's gone virtual. That's 2020 all over. This pandemic has changed our lives, and it's put a right stick in a lot of our preparations for things, a lot of the projects we're doing. And as community radio stations, we're just doing our best to keep going. But well done for keeping going this year. So now it's time for a very apt award. We're going to look at Volunteer of the Year award for the Community Radio Awards. Without volunteers, community radio wouldn't be a thing. So, such an important award. And we're now going off to Maxine.
Hi, it's Maxine Jones here, and I'm one of the directors on the Community Radio Awards. This year, I'm really proud to be presenting the Volunteer of the Year Award. This award showcases that volunteer at a station who really goes above and beyond the call of duty. It's not necessarily about the hours, it's about the energy and their contribution in a sector where the majority involved are volunteers. This award is for those that are an example and an inspiration for all. As always, we have received numerous entries highlighting just how many dedicated individuals there are in community radio. And this year's Volunteer of the Year nominees are Kevin Rennie on Alive Radio, Stephen Spencer on Ipswich Community Radio, Alex Airns on K107 FM, Steve Fox on Red Kite Radio, and Kelvin Curry on Vectus Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Alex Airns on K107 FM. The Silver Award goes to Kelvin Curry on Vectus Radio. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, "It's great to hear how they've grown during their time on the station. They're clearly a committed volunteer who gives all to the station, community and others within the organisation." And the Gold Award for Volunteer of the Year 2020 goes to Steve Fox on Red Kite Radio. Well done and congratulations.
Okay, sport, but make it 2020. Wicket! No. But seriously though, sport has been an integral part of 2020 to lift our spirits, and local sport is a crucial part of community radio. Let's go find out what the best sports show of the year was.
Hi, I'm Aaron McCarter, and I have to start this by admitting that I have an absolute obsession with radio that started when I was 14, 15 years old, and I got to do work experience at my local independent commercial radio station, Yorkshire Dales Radio as it was called, and that led into hospital radio, community radio, and then chairing the Radio Academy branch in London. So when I was approached this year to judge again, as I have done for the past several years, absolutely no hesitation from me. This is a wonderful initiative, and it really enables people to acknowledge all the achievements that have been had within the community radio sector in such a difficult and challenging year that we found ourselves in. So this year I'll be presenting the sports category award, and here are the nominees. Richard Wyeth, The Sports Show, BFBS Aldershot. Bro Radio's Saturday Sport, Bro Radio. N Live Sports Show, N Live Radio. Verulam Sport, Radio Verulam. Switch Radio Sport, Switch Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Verulam Sport, Verulam Radio. The Silver Award goes to N Live Sports Show from N Live Radio. For the Gold Award this year, my fellow judges have said, enjoying listening to the commentary and the presenter in the studio certainly showed the passion. Sport is passionate, and this entry really did show it. Really good to hear grassroots sports also covered in the various ways and technologies. So this year's Gold Award for the sports category in 2020 goes to Switch Radio Sport, Switch Radio. Well done, and many congratulations.
Switch Radio Sport. This is Switch.
And that's cleared out into the centre reserve. Rush will try and push forward. Here's Richard Batchelor, the captain, just lays it off to Alex Moore, and back to Batchelor. Nice ball out there onto the right wing for Kieran Cook, who's just being a bit of a menace. Cuts inside onto the foot of the number 8, Alex Moore, and that's a great tip over there by Minter, and it was a lovely cut in there by Cook, who laid it off.
Another award for Switch there. Really, really well done to those guys. It's the Community Radio Awards 2020, and as with everything in 2020 this year, it's gone virtual. Woo! So it is Sam Day here. I won the Best Male last year, and it's been a right old privilege just to see everyone winning this year. Really, really nice, and well done to all of those who are nominated. Just to be nominated is a fantastic achievement, so well done, y'all. Let's go on to specialist music now.
Hello, Community Radio Awards 2020. How you doing? My name is Alex Gill, and I am the breakfast presenter for BFBS, the Forces station at our radio station at RAF Brize Norton in Oxfordshire, broadcasting to the Forces community across Oxfordshire and the rest of the world. And I was also the judge for the specialist music category at the Community Radio Awards this year, and it is an absolute pleasure to tell you the nominees and the winners of this year's awards. And it was really great actually to be judging the awards once again this year. I've judged these awards and this category specifically for the last few years, and I love it because there is just so much music passion out there in the community radio sector. It has been an absolute pleasure to hear how much knowledge there is as well, not only about the genres and the different specialist music areas that the shows are about, but also the music knowledge in everyone's local area, local artists, local music venues. Every single one of the nominees this year just had so much passion and knowledge about where they were broadcasting to and the musical kind of vibes of that area as well. So it was an absolute pleasure to judge this particular category this year. And this year's category nominees are Country in My Veins, Ali Donahue from Alive Radio. It's Showtime with Ryan and Jordana from Bro Radio. Community Keyboards with Ian Wolstenholme from Oldham Community Radio. The Vintage Show with Liz Catlow on Ribble FM. And Priya Matharu from Switch Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to The Vintage Show with Liz Catlow on Ribble FM. The Silver Award goes to Community Keyboards with Ian Wolstenholme from Oldham Community Radio. And for the Gold Award, the judges said that they are a breath of fresh air. This was informative, enthused, and we got a real slice of their personal thoughts and passion too. A real specialist perspective. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the Gold Award for the 2020 Community Radio Awards Specialist Music category goes to Priya Matharu from Switch Radio. Well done and congratulations.
47, Steel Bangles, Sidda Musiala, Mist, and Steph London. What a sick tune, man. And there's such a big hype over this song, right? Because we've seen these collaborations before between Eastern and Western artists. We've seen Marshmello and Prithum collaborate before. We've seen Emily Sandé and Rahat Fateh Ali Khan on a track. Gary Sandhu and Tory Lanez, Guru Randhawa and Pitbull, even Snoop Dogg, Snoop D-O-double-G, and Dr. Zeus on a track.
Well done, Priya, our Specialist Music Show of the Year award winner for 2020. Hello, my name's Sam Day. I won Best Male at the Community Radio Awards last year, and this year I'm hosting your virtual ceremony. Hope you're enjoying it. Remember, hashtag CRAs 2020 if you want to get in touch, if you want to say how you're celebrating or watching this year's awards ceremony from home. Maybe you're doing a radio show at the moment. Get in touch. It's time to do some more awards now. We've got speech and journalism coming up. We've got coverage of the 2019 election award as well. And we have some entertainment show award winners too. But first, let's go across to our sponsors at the Audio Content Fund, welcoming Sam to present the Best Arts and Creative Radio of the Year.
Hi, I'm Sam Bailey from the Audio Content Fund, and it's our pleasure to support the Arts and Creative Radio of the Year category at the 2020 Community Radio Awards. The Audio Content Fund exists to distribute UK government funding to independent production companies for public service projects that get broadcast on commercial and community radio. And since we launched 18 months ago, we've supported 27 different projects for broadcast on networks of community radio stations. We've been absolutely overwhelmed by the way the community radio sector has embraced the ACF and what we're aiming to achieve, which is more high-quality public service radio content on more stations to reach as many listeners as possible. So thank you. Before I get on and announce the nominees and winners of the Arts and Creative Radio category, I just wanted to share with you a few clips of the audio content funded projects that have been broadcast on community radio in the last year.
You and me, gonna Strawberry Fair.
Good afternoon and welcome to Virtual Strawberry Fair.
We're on Midsummer Common in the heart of Cambridge.
Virtually, of course, though those cows look pretty real.
And we're just waiting for the parade to arrive to signal the official start to the fair.
And I can just hear the parade entering the Common, accompanied by that familiar drumbeat of Arco Iris.
You're listening to Caring for Carers. I'm Charles Brandreth. In this series, we continue to hear from carers and those they care for all around the UK. Following a 30-year career in the NHS, Helen Pointer from Croydon made a huge career decision. She quit her job as a matron to become an artist.
And it's been a privilege to have sometimes more than an hour sitting with someone who may not be there the following week. And they share their life with me, a complete stranger, while I'm just capturing something about them.
I'm the one with the issues. I'm very particular about how I hang up my washing, you know? It has to be hung up by the corners of the item. It has to be in line with the next item of clothing. That's narcissistic, he said. And I said, no, that's OCD.
It took some time to take off the campaign. Support from the black community came swift. It was a time when Nelson Mandela was fighting racism in the courts. I was keen to bring the civil rights movement to Britain and to open up the fact that racism was very prevalent in this country.
It's the children that make me cry in the visits hall. It's not Elliot. When we're on the other side and the men are being taken away, and you hear a little child calling out for their dad and trying to run behind the barrier, I'm just watching it and just thinking how wrong it is that they're getting used to this.
10,000 visits are made by children to prisoners every single week. My 2 girls among them.
Some really amazing projects there, and you can find all of our funded projects on our website at audiocontentfund.org.uk. And so on with the Arts and Creative Radio of the Year category. And the nominees are Virtual Strawberry Fair on Cambridge 105 Radio, the Luncarty Lockdown on Heartland FM, A Fate Worse Than Death on Summer Valley FM, David J's Remembrance Sunday programme on Susie Radio, and Mulch, A Tale of Allotment Folk, a soap opera on Warminster Community Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Mulch, A Tale of Allotment Folk, a soap opera on Warminster Community Radio. The Silver Award goes to A Fate Worse Than Death on Summer Valley FM. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, an impressive and creative way to reach out to a local audience during lockdown. A tremendous amount of effort has gone into taking a traditional event and putting it all online. What is remarkable is that they've potentially created a blueprint for the future, in that an audio-visual element can be replicated alongside the physical event. Great all-round contributions to supporting their community. So the Gold Award for Arts and Creative Radio of the Year 2020 goes to, coincidentally, a project that was supported by the Audio Content Fund, Virtual Strawberry Fair on Cambridge 105 Radio. Well done and congratulations.
It looks like the Mayor is ready to give his opening speech now.
I have the privilege of opening the very first virtual Strawberry Fair.
You and me, got a strawberry fair.
Shall we go over to the kids' stage now, see what's happening there?
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Hi, my name is Cordelia. I'm 9 years old. I really hope you like this song. Say something, I'm giving up on you.
Nice one, Cambridge. You won the Arts and Creative Radio of the Year award just there, and we've got loads more awards still to come. Hello there, it's the virtual Community Radio Awards ceremony here from all sorts of places. I'm broadcasting from Radio Norfolk. I've been kicked out of Studio 2, so now I'm in Studio 1. So there we are. So now it's time for the Speech and Journalism Radio of the Year. This one's presented by Jason. Now here's a game for you. Can you guess where Jason's doing his awards from? Very tricky.
Hello, I'm Jason Rossum. I present the Early Breakfast Show on all the local BBC radio stations across the country from my studio here at BBC Radio London. And I'm also the managing editor and founder of Riverside Radio, a DAB community radio station in southwest London. And I'm presenting the Speech and Journalism Awards this year. And the pandemic has proved that speech radio is massively important to local listeners, connecting and communicating with local audiences across the country. And just imagine sometimes when you open that fader and speak on the radio, you're speaking to someone who's very lonely at home, and you could be the only friend that they have, the only person that is connecting them with their local area. It really is a massively important thing, and radio is a powerful media. Local radio is exceptionally powerful. And how much of a privilege it is to open up that fader and talk to people, share stories, emotional, entertaining, share a laugh, and maybe cry as well. It was so nice to judge an award that shows community radio stations up and down the country really doing speech radio well. and I was delighted with a lot of these entries. The very best of luck. It's difficult and challenging sometimes to do speech radio. I do 10 hours of it every single week, so I know. So well done on sending these entries in. And this year's category nominees are: When a Community Rallies Round After the Radio Station Broke the Story, Black Cat Radio. Community Rallies Round as Cemetery Memorial is Vandalised, Black Cat Radio. Basildon Question Time, Gateway 97.8. Meet the Smugglers, Radio Lab 97.1 FM. He's Just a Cleaner, Spark. And the Bronze Awards goes to He's Just a Cleaner, Spark. The Silver Award goes to Meet the Smugglers, Radio Lab 97.1 FM. And for the Gold Awards, the judges said, excellent journalism and presentation with a rare quality of connecting with an audience, really engaging with a love of the area, its people and stories. They're very professional, keep the show going, and was wonderful to hear so many different voices and questions and local issues. It wasn't just a lot of complaining and negativity, but there was also a celebratory element in the show. So the Gold Awards for Speech and Journalism of the Year 2020 goes to Basildon Question Time, Gateway 97.8. Well done and congratulations.
To ask that first question, we have Liam Corrigan. Liam, what is your question to the panel?
How do you think Basildon has changed over the 70 years since its development, and how do you see the borough of Basildon in the future?
70 years on, how has Basildon changed? Carla Andrews.
I grew up here. I live on the borders of Wickford and Billericay, and I remember coming to what was Saver Centre here in the Eastgate many years ago. From my perspective, I've seen it grow and develop in some areas and then fall by the wayside in others.
Thank you so much to Jason there with the Speech and Journalism Award. Loving your work down at Riverside Radio, and well done to Gateway for winning that award. Hasn't it been lovely just to see all of the work that community radio has been doing and hearing about all the great projects going along? It is your Community Radio Awards 2020 virtual style, celebrating the sector for 5 years. And yes, fantastic privilege to be able to be with you presenting these awards. Now it's time for a fairly similar award to Speech and Journalism, and this is coverage of the 2019 general election. Not another one? Yes, there was, and community stations all around the UK bandied together for some last-minute prep for this snap election, which took place in December of all months. So here are the nominees, and welcoming Will. And don't forget to wish Will a happy birthday, yeah?
Hi, I'm Will Jackson, Managing Director of Audio UK. We're the trade body for audio-led production companies working in radio, podcasts and audiobooks. Alongside our work to grow the production sector, we also run the Audio Train Skills Programme, and with our friends at Radio Centre, we manage the government's Audio Content Fund for public service programmes on community and commercial radio. And it's my birthday today, so thanks to Martin for putting on such a lovely party just for me, and to you for joining us. While I wish we could all be together tonight, I'm really proud to be part of the Community Radio Awards from here in Chelmsford, the city that housed Marconi's studios and factories, and so is the birthplace of radio. And I'm also delighted to be asked to present the award for coverage of the general election 2019. More years ago than I care to remember, I studied government at Essex University under Professors Anthony King and Ivor Crew, who at the time fronted the BBC's election coverage. I was always in awe of how they were able to take huge amounts of poll results and voting data and turn it into the news that we were waiting to hear. So I've always loved election night, and it was an honour to hear all the amazing output you put together exactly 1 year ago today. The nominees for the Election 2019 award are Election Coverage 2019, #BrumVotes, Switch Radio, All Out Election, Gateway 97.8, The South West Wiltshire interviews, Warminster Community Radio. General election coverage, Wickham Sound. And general election hustings, Bro Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Election Coverage 2019, #BrumVotes, Switch Radio. The Silver Award goes to General Election Hustings, Bro Radio. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, superb sound and branding for the coverage. Presenters were enthusiastic and engaged, with a clear passion for the event and local politics, and with some difficult questioning in the interview with the local candidate as well. The Gold Award for coverage of the General Election 2019 goes to All Out Election, Gateway 97.8.
Good evening, I'm David Webster and this is All Out Election. Since 7 a.m. you have been voting in the 2019 general election. The polls have now closed and the provisional exit poll verdict is that the Conservative Party are due to enjoy a majority with 368 MPs returned according to the exit poll results just announced. Labour suffering losses on 191, the SNP with 55, Lib Dems with 13. That's the exit poll results as they stand. But make sure you're with us for the next 12 hours for Gateway's biggest election coverage to date.
Hello, it's Sam Day here. I won Best Male at the Community Radio Awards last year, and we will be announcing soon who won Best Male for this year, as well as the Best Female Awards. Also coming up, live events or outside broadcast of the year too. But right now, let's get over to Mark from Ribble FM as he hands out the nominees for the Best Entertainment Show of the year.
Hi, my name is Mark Blackman. I'm the programme controller and the breakfast presenter at Ribble FM, based in the heart of the Ribble Valley here in Lancashire. Now, I've been fortunate enough to win a Gold Award previously, so I know exactly how you're feeling and how nervous you can get as well with the nominations and everything else like that as well. So good luck to everybody, particularly in this category, which is the Entertainment Show of the Year Award. And the nominations for the Entertainment Show of the Year Award are Coffee and Tea from Gateway 97.8, Drive with Emma Millen from Spark, Vibe Breakfast from Vibe 107.6 FM, Morning Plus with Ollie Darville from Erewash Sound, and Amelia Slaughter from Marlow FM. And the Bronze Award goes to Coffee and Tea from Gateway 97.8. And the Silver Award goes to Amelia Slaughter from Marlow FM. And the Gold Awards, for which the judges have said, a traditional bazoo-type breakfast show format, which sounds fun. Enjoyed the live reports from the supermarket opening and very funny. The presenter is a good storyteller and has a good team. And the Gold Award for Entertainment Show of the Year goes to Vibe Breakfast from Vibe 107.8. Congratulations to them all.
Radio made in Watford. Vibe 107.6.
I've had an idea. Got a mission for you two today.
Oh,
I see
dear.
where this is going. So Tamsin, you got the car, right?
I do. Maybe.
Aldi opens at 8 o'clock.
Yep.
Slap bang in the middle of our show.
Okay.
I would like you to be the first person in Watford to purchase something from Aldi. The top 3 ways.
How's a snazzy studio, wasn't it, Ribble FM? Well done to Vibe Breakfast for winning Best Entertainment Show of the Year here at the Community Radio Awards 2020. Don't forget, CRA's 2020 is the hashtag if you want to get involved. Have you won an award? Are you pleased to be nominated for one of the awards? Are you really excited about some of the awards that are coming up? Don't forget, Best Female, Best Male, Community Show of the Year, Community Development Project of the Year, all still to come, as well as some Station of the Year awards as well. Right now, let's go off to Kevin from our sponsors In Quality, presenting the Best Live Event or Outside Broadcast of the Year award. And he's presenting to you from a half-built room with lots of ladders.
Hi, I'm Gemma Bolt. I'm a radio presenter and a voiceover artist.
Hi, I'm James from Aerophon Audio Production.
Now, since lockdown, a lot of us found ourselves working from home, which meant I needed to up my game with my home recording studio.
Today, I'm going to be connecting with Gemma.
I've got a new toy. This is a dispatch box, and it's essentially codec on a stick. Let's dial in.
Hi Gemma, are you there?
Hi James.
So today we're going to be doing a voiceover for Palfu. If you want to start recording, we're recording at this end.
Excellent. This is Coffee for Your Head, the new single by global sensation, Palfu.
Great.
Okay, and are you happy with those?
I'm very happy with that.
Brilliant. Okay, well I can send you the files my side as well as backup if you need them.
Lovely. Thanks Gemma.
Nice one. All right, cheers James.
And that's it. Nice and simple.
This dispatch box from InQuality has quite literally changed my life.
Hello, boring sponsor here trying to sell you tech stuff that you don't understand from the budget that you don't have. Listen, I don't want to be here either. I'm trying to build my new office. As you can see, my name's Kevin from InQuality. I do come bearing gifts, shiny things, for the winner of the live event or outside broadcast of the year, sponsored by InQuality. That's us. We have this dispatch box outside broadcast kit, complete with microphone and headphones and a 2-year SIP.audio subscription with which to use it, and a 2-year gold IPDTL subscription along with the send a link feature. You can use that on your studio computer to receive incoming connections. If you want to know more about this stuff, then check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/connectinquality. And the nominees for this year's live event or outside broadcast of the year are Virtual Strawberry Fair, Cambridge 105 Radio, Memories Bus, Gateway 97.8, Northern Pride Festival 2019, Pride Radio, Day Trip for Elderly People, Radio Verulam, Surrey Fire and Rescue Service Open Day, Susie Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Surrey Fire and Rescue Service Open Day, Susie Radio. The Silver Award goes to Virtual Strawberry Fair, Cambridge 105 Radio. And the Gold. For the Gold Award, the judges said a very professional submission which demonstrates the role of the station in the community and in supporting this event. As media partner, you clearly contribute a good deal of airtime to publicise it, and you're well equipped to deliver excellent live coverage from the event. And the Gold Award for live event or outside broadcast of the year 2020 goes to Northern Pride Festival 2019 Pride Radio. Well done to everybody involved in that.
Northern Pride Festival 2019.
Here we are in Newcastle for Northern Pride. The heavens may have opened, but there are thousands here. And are we getting wet, folks? Yay!
This is your first Pride, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
Amazing. Very emotional. It's making me cry. The atmosphere and the feeling, and it's just amazing.
Are you surprised with the amount of people that's turned up?
My God, this has got to be the busiest year ever.
Don't forget, head on over to My Pride Radio on Facebook and you'll be able to see what we're seeing.
Thank you to Kevin and his ladders from InQuality there. It's the Community Radio Awards. My name's Sam Day. I won Best Male last year, and very soon we'll be announcing the Best Male this year for 2020. But first, let's do the Best Female. Who's won it this time round?
Hi, it's Jo here from BFBS Brize Norton. Welcome to my studio. I'm actually on air in 20 minutes, so we're going to have to keep this quite snappy, but it is time to present the award for Best Female Presenter 2020 at the Community Radio Awards. The women's names that you're about to hear all had an incredible ability of making listeners feel that they were a part of the conversation, drawing them into their world and sharing with them the ups and downs of what has been an incredibly challenging year. All these women made me, as one of the judges, feel special, feel connected, feel that I was talking to a friend, and as we all know, that is at the very heart of everything we do. The nominees for Best Female Presenter 2020 are Fiona McNeill, Dunoon Community Radio; Gemma Lee James, aka Gemza, Marlow FM; Priya Matharu, Switch Radio; Pippa Sawyer, Wickham Sound; and Julie Donaldson, Zetland FM. The Bronze Award goes to Pippa Sawyer, Wickham Sound. The Silver Award goes to Gemma Lee James, Gemza, of Marlow FM. And the winner of Best Female Presenter at the Community Radio Awards 2020 goes to a presenter that the judges had this to say about. She has a warmth to her voice which is good to listen to, positive, confident, and at ease in the medium. She engages well with her listeners. She expertly manages to keep folk fresh and relevant with her delivery and in-depth knowledge. The winner of Best Female Presenter at the Community Radio Awards 2020 is Fiona McNeill, Dunoon Community Radio. Congratulations to all our winners and to those shortlisted. You made judging this year's category an absolute pleasure and made me incredibly proud to be part of the Women in Radio community that we represent.
Very good evening, good morning, good afternoon to each and every one of you, wherever you are in the world right now. My name is Fiona McNeill, and this. Now, to start the show, that was a fantastic Welsh folk band called Callan. They're a 5-piece band. They actually met when they were all studying in Sweden. So we've got Rob Wallace coming in slightly late, but that's all right. Better late than never. We've got Robert. Hey, Robert. Peter is listening in Harrogate, North Yorkshire. Fantastic. Stay tuned because. No. Yes, we have Trad Attack. So how are y'all doing? Are y'all right? I hope you are. I can't believe it's another Tuesday.
Hello, it's me again. A bit of a change of scenery this time because I am in my future radio studio. This is where I do my breakfast show every Monday and Friday morning. We've got the desk here, we've got the playout system on the computers there, a bit of info on that PC. And of course, it wouldn't be 2020 without a bit of antiviral wipe. Lovely stuff. We're doing more cleaning than radio this year, aren't we? So, it's time to announce the Best Male for the Community Radio Awards. And it's an award close to my heart. I won it last year in Barry. Just to be nominated was fantastic enough. But then to go to Barry and win the award, one of the best moments of my life. Really was. And all the nominations this year should be really, really proud. Some excellent entries in there. Great stuff, great content, and just the engagement with the community, especially in this year when it matters so much, it was fantastic. So, time to reveal who's won. The nominees are Lewis Wyatt, Andover Radio; Chris Kay, BFBS Catterick; Tom Lamb, Airwash Sound; Lee Rowe, Ribble FM; and Rob Lesperance, Wickham Sound. And the Bronze Award goes to Tom Lamb, Airwash Sound. The Silver goes to Rob Lesperance, Wickham Sound. And for the Gold Award, the judges said they have a really, really nice quality to their voice, full of energy and enthusiasm, enjoyed listening to his links and could hear how excited he is about being on the radio. They have a big career ahead of them as he knows what sounds good on the radio. This was an excellent entry. Really, really well done to this lad. The Gold Award for Best Male of the Year 2020 goes to Lewis Wyatt, Andover Radio. Well done, Lewis. Good stuff.
It's Lewis with you till 12. We just did a 5 in a row there. It's weird because my mum just called me and said, why have I not heard you since 11? It's the 5 in a row, Mum. Have you never listened to Andover Radio? Just great songs all day long, and another 5 in a row, Mum, on the way with Ian Beverley. I've got a question for you. Could you crack the code to our safe, which has £25,000 in it? Well, not that I'm counting, but there's only 121 hours and 8 minutes left till that money could be yours. All the details online at loveandover.com. It's Lady Gaga now.
And as if by magic, I'm back here again. It is your Community Radio Awards. Well done to Lewis and Fiona for winning Best Female and Male here this year. Right, now let's go to the Community Show of the Year. Let's pop over to Maxine's.
Hi, I'm Maxine Jones, and I'm really proud to say that I've been a director on the Community Radio Awards since the very beginning. I've been in community radio for more than 10 years, and I currently present a programme on Chelmsford Community Radio, in Chelmsford, the birthplace of radio. This year, I'm really pleased to be presenting the Community Show of the Year Award. And this year's Community Show of the Year nominees are Radio Impact on Cambridge 105, VE Day Party on Gateway 97.8, Trevor Blackman Now on Maritime Radio, The 4 Women by Women Show on Vectis Radio, and the Vectis Radio 4Ps Training School documentary on Vectis Radio. And the Bronze Award goes to Radio Impact on Cambridge 105. The Silver Award goes to the Vectis Radio 4Ps Training School documentary. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, a high quality presented with emotional intelligence. The presenter has great tone to their voice and is clearly immersed in the subject matter with great community connections. Not afraid of tackling very difficult issues which are not only relevant to the target audience, but are pertinent to all audiences. And the Gold Award for the Community Show of the Year 2020 goes to Trevor Blackman Now on Maritime Radio. Well done and congratulations.
Real people, inspiring stories, living legends. Trevor Blackman now.
This is Maritime Radio's official talk show that shines light on and gives voice to London's diverse community. I'm going to say hello to Carol because Carol emailed me last week and said, I really love what you've been doing over the last couple of weeks on your show, particularly in relation to African Caribbean people, Black Lives Matter. I replied to her and I said, look, this is what the show is about. We started the show really to shine a spotlight and give voice to London's Black and African Caribbean community, but that doesn't negate anybody else if you've got something to offer, and that's why it's a real mix of a show.
Well done, Trevor, and well done, Maritime Radio, for winning Community Show of the Year. It's Sam Day here presenting with all of my friends this year in 2020 the Community Radio Awards virtual version. Right. Now, it is time for the Community Development Project of the Year. But before we go over there, I just want to say what incredible work all you guys have been doing. You guys are heroes. Giving people a voice in 2020 is so essential. In this COVID-19 pandemic, people have really needed community radio. They've really, really needed local radio. So well done to everyone for keeping going in the face of adversity and supporting our local community. It's why we do it, isn't it? It's why we do it. Right, let's go for it then. The Community Development Project of the Year.
Hiya, my name's Nathan. Welcome along to the Community Radio Awards 2020. And you join me in my house at the moment because And I'm going to give you a task here. Count how many times I say the word COVID-19, because it has been a really strange year, hasn't it? I'm really happy to be able to give you the nominations and the winners for the Community Development Project of the year 2020. A little bit about me. I am a radio presenter in Sunderland. I do a drive time show on Spark. You may well have heard of it before. And I'm lucky enough as well to be able to have a radio masters from the University of Sunderland. So thank you to them for that. And also as well, Spark is a great opportunity to be able to just do a bit of radio like you have been doing for our Community Development Project of the year 2020. I hear you ask, what is that award all about? It is about social gain. It's also about what you do in the heart of your community. It could be a project that you've started. It could be a radio feature that you do every single week. Or, of course, it could be a training platform or a fundraising opportunity. Basically, what it means is it is a way of you getting out there and speaking to your audience. And there is loads of people that have continuously done that all the way through 2019 and all the way since the station has basically started. It's getting out there and sending us some really good stuff. And that is what you've done for the Community Development Project of the year 2020. And I'm really happy to be able to give you the nominations. This year's nominations for the Community Development Project of the year 2020 are the hashtag Lovebus Andover Radio, Occupy the Airwaves 2020 from Phonic FM, the Radio Plus Community Advent Calendar 2019 from Radio Plus, A Space to Speak Your Mind from Source FM, and the Vectus Radio 4Ps Radio Training Group from Vectus Radio. Congratulations on getting nominated for this year's award. But we've arrived for the three, haven't we? Bronze, silver, and gold. Can you bag yourself an award for the 2020 strange COVID-19 year? Tick it off there again. Said it. Okay. So the Bronze Award for this year's Community Development Project of the year 2020 goes to the hashtag Lovebus Andover Radio. Yes. Congratulations to you. This year's Silver Award for the Community Development Project of the year 2020 goes to the Vectus Radio 4Ps Radio Training Group from Vectus Radio, one of which I was lucky enough to judge as well. It was absolutely good. And now, Prosecco out, or any other drinking spirit or wine that you may have. If you're at home, why not? The gold, and the judges said, delightful project, wonderful engagement with the community, a lovely feel-good submission, and the interaction with the audience is wonderful. Exactly what we're searching for, isn't it, in terms of getting out to our community. This year, for 2020, the Community Development Project of the year, the Gold Award goes to, and it's exciting for me to say this because it is a really good project, the Radio Plus Community Advent Calendar 2019. Radio Plus, yes, Advent Calendar as well, right near the Christmas period. And you, my friend, have just bagged yourself a gold at the CRAs this year. Congratulations to you. Well done to everybody that has taken part in the awards. That is entering, that is the nominees, and that is, of course, the bronze, silver, and gold winners. I do hope that 2021 can be a little bit more normal, where we can meet again together, talk about radio, and enjoy the awards evening together as a whole. Okay, have a glass of Prosecco on me and enjoy the rest of the evening.
Celebrating the true meaning of Christmas.
On 101.5
Radio Plus.
So it's a big good morning to Spongate School. Good morning, guys.
Good morning.
How are we doing today?
Good.
Are we excited about being on the radio?
Yes.
Fantastic.
Especially.
Well, it's great that you're coming in. You're going to sing a Christmas carol for us in a little while. Really, really excited about that. Before we get to that, I'm going to speak to Miss Albrow. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are we doing today?
Oh, I'm great, thank you. How are you?
I'm pretty good. Thank you for bringing the guys in. It's really, really good of you. So tell me a little bit about what the school is doing in the run-up to Christmas. What are you sort of things you're doing in school?
Okay, so in school, years 5 and 6 have been working really, really hard because we're doing a Christmas performance.
Wow.
We've been learning lots of songs, and then we're going out to the hospital.
We're nearly there, guys. Just 2 more awards for this year. Thank you so much for watching our virtual awards ceremony here. And now it's time for some big ones. We are going to do Station of the Year very, very soon. That's on the other side of Digital or RSL Station of the Year. Let's find out who's won that one.
Hello, welcome to the studios of Radio 1. I'm Kevin Field. I'm Pip Johnston.
Simon Sidgewell. Donovan McGrath.
And we are Team Radio 10. Last year we were really lucky and privileged to have won this category. This is the Digital or RSL Station of the Year. What did it do for us last year? Well, it opened up a conversation that we wanted to have about pathways for the men we work with. So from our community radio station here in the prison, Radio 10, to community radio outside. And it enabled us to hold a mini conference called Making Waves Behind Bars, where we had the opportunity to talk with community radio practitioners, ex-offenders who used to work at Radio 10 and other prison radio stations and projects, and of course with us here at Radio 10 to see how we could work together, community radio and prison radio. Unfortunately, we've been stymied with that. That's been held back a little bit, of course, with COVID-19, and with many community radio stations, we've been dealing with that, haven't we, Pip?
We have. We've been getting through it. We have not had any men in the studio since March, but we've somehow made it work, and we're looking at so many different ways to get the men's voices onto our radio station. So we're still keeping afloat. Hopefully you are too.
And this year's Digital RSL Station of the Year nominees are...
Maidstone Radio. Ocean Youth Radio.
Radio Ysbyty Gwynedd.
Riverside Radio.
And Swansbrook Radio.
And the Bronze Award goes to Swansbrook Radio.
The Silver Award goes to Ocean Youth Radio.
And for the Gold Award, the judges said, this station is absolutely setting the bar higher and higher. Thoroughly impressed with the calibre of the application. The team have selected meaningful examples of how they are not only benefiting their community, but enriching the lives of everyone involved. And the Gold Award for the Digital or RSL Station of the Year 2020 goes to Riverside Radio. Congratulations! Woo-hoo!
So I was lucky enough to go down to the Roehampton Youth Club and I chatted with 5 of the young new spoilers, Marley, Indiana, Ilhan, Jonas and Lucy, all in year 7.
And Dean said, right, has anyone got any ideas of how, like, what we're going to base this on? And straight away I was just like, Brexit, and everyone was like, yes.
So we sort of split up into groups for writing the lyrics, but then we thought once everyone's finished, we sort of tried to combine it together to make the song.
Local news for Richmond, Wandsworth, Merton and Lambeth. Switch on South West London. Riverside Reports.
Good evening and welcome to Riverside Reports. I'm Mickey Gwilliam.
And I'm Tom Hopkinson. Coming up on tonight's programme, with the general election less than a week away, we talk to a number of our local...
Nice one. Well done, Riverside Radio, for the Digital or RSL Station of the Year award. Well deserved. Nice one. That's all from me. I've been Sam Day. Thank you very much for watching this virtual awards ceremony. We've got one very, very important award to go. It's the Station of the Year. That's up next. But in the meantime, in proper 2020 fashion, I will wave you a nice hand sanitised goodbye. See ya. Bye.
So, have you had a few cheeky shandies, got really excited, and enjoyed so far our amazing evening of entertainment and celebration for the Community Radio Awards 2020? Wow. What a great night. What a fantastic night. Could we better this? Well, at this time of the evening, when we're all in the room together, a room together, you know, at this point we get tremendously excited because it's now time to think about, right, who's going to win the, well, Station of the Year. The Station of the Year. The Station of the Year. Before we do, I want to say a few things. First of all, thank you once again to the sponsors, the other sponsors, the organisers, for allowing Play Out One into your event tonight. Say into it. We're all part of community radio in this country, but we're honoured, we're privileged, and we're made up. You know, to be a right northerner like I am, we're made up to be a part of this. So thank you very, very much. And hopefully you've enjoyed this virtual celebration. I am so hoping, I'm sure you're the same, I'm so hoping that, well, this time next year we will have done our next awards from the comfort of a venue somewhere in the United Kingdom, and that would just be amazing. I can't actually believe at the minute that may actually happen. We'll be able to be in a room together again. I'm sure it will. Right. Last thing from me before we move on. Please do stay safe. Have a beautiful Christmas, right? Do whatever you need to do. Be safe and secure and whatnot. And let's enjoy together the station of the year. Martin, let's get the information.
Now it's time for the final award of the evening, the Station of the Year Award, sponsored by Play Out One. Station of the Year is the embodiment of all the station does, on air and in the community. It can be really hard to try and put it all together, so I do want to thank all those stations that do, and I want to encourage and inspire other stations to enter the category next year. Stations should use this category as an excuse to take stock and help celebrate and promote what the station does. Use the written entry as a station annual report. Send it to your volunteers, supporters, stakeholders, MP, mayor, and anyone and everyone. And use your audio entry as a massive promo of all that's great with your station. Community radio is fantastic for all their communities. Local radio needs more than ever across the UK. A massive thank you to all the community radio stations across the UK for all that you do. Now, on to this year's Community Radio Station of the Year. This year's Community Radio Station of the Year, sponsored by Play Out One, nominees are Bro Radio, Express FM, Mon FM, Pride Radio, and Radio Vulture. And the Bronze Award goes to Mon FM. And the Silver Award goes to Radio Vulture. And for the Gold Award, the judges said, a friendly and calm radio station with people who really care about the station and the area they serve. Professional sound to the station, excellent repetition of the brand, who you are and where you are. Good, local and engaging content. Very impressed with the demonstrable work in the local community. A shining example of local radio at its best. And the Gold Award for Community Radio Station of the Year 2020 goes to Bro Radio. Absolutely well done, and congratulations to Bro Radio and all those people at the station. Well done.
This is Bro Radio.
We've teamed up with the Vale of Morn Council to promote the county's Rainbow Heroes. Over the coming weeks, we'll hear from those working on the front line to continue to deliver key council services. Today, I'm joined by Matt Curtis, who usually works as a project manager for the 21st Century Schools programme, but during the coronavirus pandemic has redeployed to support the county's most vulnerable residents in the council's social care department. We've recently seen Rob Gilbert's work experience featuring care home staff in the Vale of Glamorgan at College Fields Nursing Home. How rewarding has it been working in that environment and seeing the work being undertaken to support our vulnerable and elderly here in the county?
All the staff that work in the care homes, whether they be carers working in the kitchens and domestic, whatever they're doing, they're all absolutely amazing at their job.
So that's it for tonight's ceremony and the 2020 Community Radio Awards. Thank you all for watching and getting involved at home or wherever you are. You can still send us your messages, pictures and video, especially if you're celebrating, if you were lucky and received a bronze, silver and gold. But even being nominated, you should be proud of your achievements. A big thank you to all that you do for your audience and your community. Volunteers, presenters, staff, management and funders, you should all be proud of what's involved and what you do. Thank you to Sam for hosting. Didn't he do a fantastic job? I certainly want to hear some of him presenting on future radio. Thank you to all of our presenters for submitting their videos, presenting their awards. All of our presenters are part of our judging panel. Again, I want to thank the over 70 judges of this year's awards. Thank you to our sponsors, InQuality, the Radio Hub, Audio Content Fund, and this year's awards sponsor, Play Out One. Thank you for the production team and those that work behind the scenes with the awards that help me out this year and every year. Oliver, Rachel, Christopher and Maxine. I certainly couldn't do the entire process without them. And thank you to Brian Robinson of GR Media for helping to put the virtual awards together. And thank you again for entering, supporting and watching tonight's ceremony. All of the gold entries will be appearing on our website, communityradioawards.org.uk, in the coming days, and we'll be sending out the feedback from the judges very soon. So thank you again for entering and for watching tonight's ceremony, and we'll see you in 2021. Good night. Yes, done.